So this is part 2 of Did Eisenhower sign a treaty with aliens? If you haven't seen part 1, go back and watch it. The string of evidence is amazing. Now this supposed meeting and a couple of others at Holloman Airfield, and this has been corroborated by a number of sources, including William Cooper, who was on the briefing team for the commander of the Pacific Fleet for U.S. Naval Intelligence. Yeah, Cooper went public, and he was one of the first alien whistleblowers in history, and they tried to ruin his life just like they tried with Bob Lazar. But Cooper was the real deal, just like Lazar. Supposedly did result in a treaty signed by an American president and an extraterrestrial species. And in that treaty, and this is the only part of these two videos that doesn't have any proof, was that the aliens could experiment on cattle and abduct humans as long as they returned them, mostly unharmed. And in return, we get exclusive access to alien technology, and look at the tech gadgets that happened since the 1950s. And in return, the US government promised never to disclose alien existence. Listen to the very particular wording. Yeah, we can't say that they're not aliens, but we can't say that they are either. They never said why they can't say they are. It might be a treaty. You know that thing looks like a duck, and it walks like a duck, and quacks like a duck? Ducks don't exist. So did Eisenhower sign a treaty that guaranteed exclusive access to alien technology for the United States, and the United States only, smart move, in return for never disclosing the aliens exist? Have you noticed that all the whistleblowers are non-military folks? Like, sure, they used to be military, but now they're not anymore, which means they're not officially attached to government? I don't know, you decide. To me, these are just a lot of coincidental facts. As if. And they are all indeed facts. So when you ask yourself why disclosure isn't happening in the face of all of this media attention and all of this evidence that you can see for your own eyes if you search the internet, ask yourself if you'd give up the exclusive access to alien technology just because Joe Blow and Jane Q. Public want to know the truth. Because you got to know that these folks believe that they are protecting you and having to lie to you. And maybe they are. Or maybe the landscape has changed so dramatically that you need a new plan. And maybe add some smarter people to your team. Or maybe not. I don't know, what do you guys think? So rest of the story, Eisenhower went and signed that agreement with Japan so they could rearm themselves after that whole Pearl Harbor thing. On March 8, 2 weeks later, after that emergency vacation was over. Funny thing, one of the things that Eisenhower did warn us about on his way out of office is that private companies might be taking control of some very critical assets. Meaning the government doesn't have as much control over things as we would like them to. Because you only kind of have control over the government. You have no control over these companies because companies were deemed sovereign citizens in the United States. They have as many rights to privacy and liberty as you and I do. So you want to work on those superpowers where you might be able to ask the direct questions and get some direct answers with no middlemen? Yeah, me too. Like and subscribe. You need to turn on some stuff in that mind of yours.